Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the 10 greatest beasts crawling out through the fallout of the Wasteland. These creatures are all blessed by Adam, mutated to deadly effect.
Is that
the head?
Number 10. Radroaches. Fallout 3 changed this series in many ways, including introducing a whole new class of mutated insects and creepy crawlies to the Wasteland. From bloatflies and cazadores to poisonous rat scorpions exploding from the ground, radioactive bugs are everywhere. But, as we all know, roaches are famously the most likely insect to survive an apocalypse. Fallout doesn't disappoint on that score. Caves and vaults from the capital Wasteland to the New California Republic are filled with these radioactive nuisances. They travel in packs, carrion eaters who swarm any dead bodies underground. They aren't too dangerous to the seasoned wanderers out there, but they could surprise you and jump scare a player to death. Number 9. Fog Crawlers. Introduced in the Far Harbor DLC for Fallout 4, fog crawlers are mutated mantis shrimp prowling low-lying areas near water. These vicious crustaceans love to hide in the fog so that they can easily ambush any unsuspecting wanderers. You can tell one is near thanks to their deep, booming noises. Their thick carapaces provide them with serious resistance to damage, making evolved versions especially hard to kill. The foggy island just off Far Harbor, for example, is haunted by Shipbreaker, a deadly legendary fog crawler. Best handled at a distance, these tank-like monsters provide a serious challenge for any but the most experienced former vault dwellers. Number 8. Mothman. Fallout 76 ups its game by bringing a number of creatures and quests based off real local legends. One of those is the Mothman, a strange human-moth hybrid haunting the hills of Appalachia. The Mothmen have fostered a cult of human worshippers, often presenting a mini-boss battle at cultist strongholds. Unlike many mutant abominations, Mothmen are deadly at a distance. They use sonic attack and wing shockwaves to stun and slay their enemies. Mothmen also have some sort of sixth sense, alerting them to danger, leading them to frequently disappear and reappear mid-combat. Regardless of how you choose to take one down, it disintegrates upon dying, eliminating all evidence of its presence. Number 7. Scorchbeasts. Unlike many abominations in the Wasteland, the Scorchbeast is not a natural result of radiation mutating an animal. Scorchbeasts were intentionally created by the Enclave, which used chemicals to mutate bats. Those experimental bats became irradiated, resulting in massive plague-carrying monstrosities. They spread the scorched plague across Appalachia, ruining whole surface-dwelling settlements. These scorched humans become enthralled to the beast, who controls them through ultrasonic communication. They are ruled, so to speak, by the Scorchbeast Queen, perhaps the nastiest big bad in all of Fallout. She sports a whopping 32,767 hit points, requiring almost a full 30 minutes to take down. Number 6. Mirelurks. Ever since 2008's Fallout 3, players of the series have learned to be paranoid and wary near the water. Rivers, lakes, the ocean, it doesn't matter. The chances are high that death lies below in the form of Mirelurks. These mutated crabs come in many flavors, from the easy-to-kill softshell variety to frenzied razor claws. Hunters are more lobster than crab, and Mirelurk kings resemble nothing more than the creature from the Black Lagoon. They hide in muddy banks, popping up to chomp on every unexpected traveler. Worst of all variants is the Mirelurk Queen. These monster mothers are as big as a house, constantly spawning wave after wave of hatchlings to gnaw at your toes. Number 5. Yao Gui. The flag of the New California Republic may be a mutated two-headed bear, but the Yao Gui is the real mutated abomination you're likely to find in the wilderness. Descended from the black bears, these savage creatures don't look too different from their ancestors unless you count the hide covered in mange and radiation scarring. They are savage, brutal, deceptively quick, and protective of their territory. Yao Gui attack anything and everything that enters their range with heavy blows that can stun and disorient. Power armor is a decent defense, but not always enough to protect you from their fangs. Just ask Knight Titus. Number 4. Super Mutants. Super Mutants were a result of deliberate experimentation before the bombs fell. The result of an experiment called the Forced Evolutionary Virus, carriers become Hulk-like muscle-bound monsters. Usually, though not always, the transformation results in a diminished intelligence. It almost seems that the more knowledge and emotion lost, the more savage the transformed becomes. Even the dumbest super mutant retains the knowledge of weapons and combat. These hulking creatures tend to congregate in small settlements guarded by dogs exposed to the FEV, resulting in super mutant hounds. The largest of these creatures is this superhuman behemoth, big enough to use shopping carts as a backpack. If you have let one of these big boys into melee range, the battle is already lost. Number 3. Gulper. Gulpers are a relatively new addition to the Fallout universe, having first been introduced in the Fallout 4 DLC, Far Harbor. Their origins were retconned a bit in the Amazon show, revealing that they are a result of genetic experimentation by Vault-Tec in the underground laboratories of Vault 4. From a distance, they're fairly unremarkable, appearing to be some type of giant salamander and easily put down. Up close though, they are something out of a Lovecraftian nightmare. They have no teeth, instead sporting a mouth full of fingers intent on pulling prey down into their massive gullets whole. Number 2. Deathclaw. Deathclaws in Fallout are giant, fearsome creatures originally engineered by the US government from tiny Jackson's chameleons, if you can believe it. They are incredibly resilient, strong, and fast. On rare occasion, some Deathclaws possess a high level of intelligence, even capable of speech. True to their name, Deathclaws sport razor-sharp claws that can shred through most defenses. A single swipe could easily take out low-level wanderers with a single blow. In later games, their hands can be used to craft deadly melee weapons. Their tough, scaled hides provide formidable protection, making them nearly unstoppable. These almost invincible killing machines are one of the Wasteland's most feared abominations. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Mole Rat. These underground beasties can signal death from below for low-level Wastelanders. Wendigo. Appalachian cannibals run the risk of mutating into this clawed killer. Radtoad. The bombs turn the simple frog into a killing machine with fangs and a barbed tongue. Grafton Monster. A bioweapon created by West-Tech scientists, this giant beast can kill you with black goo. Hermit Crab. These killer crustaceans are big enough to use a bus as a shell.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Ghoul.
How you feeling?
No. You know, it's hard out here.
You wouldn't think so, but the billions wiped out in Fallout's nuclear fire may have been some of the lucky ones. Many who survived, when exposed to radiation, ultimately mutated into nearly immortal ghouls in a process aptly called ghoulification. Their skin decays, leaving an exposed dermis with significant regenerative ability. They are immune to radiation damage and are instead healed by Adam's glow.
Oh gosh.
One of Fallout's earliest monsters, ghouls are well known to all vault dwellers forced to the surface. Over time, ghouls may slowly lose their mind, becoming feral and wandering the wasteland in search of flesh. The wasteland is full of weird mutants and killer creatures.
You don't get these. You turn into one of those? That how it works?
Did we track the wrong abominations on our list? Let us know in the comments below.
I'm not sure we're tracking the right abomination.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.